Time to learn the 4 styles, the 4 types of copywriting and of interactive marketing. Remember, we went through this, right? We are in a new day and age, and I gotta tell you, you should be super excited and super happy because making money now has become so much easier than it was, right? And there's really only 4 major styles that you need to learn. And I'll let you in on one more secret. You ready? You don't need to know all 4 of them. And you don't need to be equally good at all of them. Personally, it's taken me years to learn all of them. But even if you're just really good at one of them, you can make millions of dollars. That's what's so powerful. Now, I want to remind you again, Copywriting Academy, I really think you should get in. I mean it. One of my best programs ever. It builds the foundation upon which your $1 million empire or multi-million dollar empire will be built upon. But for now, let's talk about the 4 styles of copywriting. All right, you ready for this? 3, 2, 1. Let me go to my computer. All right, so the 4 styles of copywriting, here we go. Look, first I'm just going to list them out, okay? I'm going to get right to it. So number 1, email. God, is it going to be incredibly powerful in your business to know how to do email. The second one is what we call a written sales letter, okay? So I also call it a WSL. And so that's that. Now let me actually move this guy, if you guys don't mind, real quick. I'm going to erase him and just move him down. That was my OCD acting up there. All right, the third kind is called a video sales letter. So it's essentially a video. And the last kind, by no means least, I'll tell you that's where I've made most of my money, is through webinars. Now, I want to talk about each of these very, very, in kind of a 40,000 foot overview. So let's dive right in first and foremost. Let's just talk about email. All right. So style number 1 of copywriting is this thing called email. And so first and foremost, what did it used to be? This used to be like cold calling or postcards. Okay. So in the world of direct marketing, it was either postcards or cold calling. So let's just use a prime example. Company comes up with a new offer. They want to get the message out. Sprint's got a new phone, new style of phone or whatever, new plan. There's this massive warehouse of people just sitting with phones lined up and just bam, 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 wheeling and dealing and dialing the phone. Probably calling thousands of people a day or postcards, right? A lot of which wouldn't even probably be read. But today, guess what you have? You got this thing called email, right? So we build up this database of email address of people that actually want to hear from us. So it's not like cold calling that we're going to annoy the heck out of the people and actually probably do damage to our brand. But you have all these people that have actually told us they want us to message them. You write an email, you hit the send button, it goes to everybody at one instant, like that, within minutes. So today in my company, I've got over 750,000 people. You know that I can communicate with on a given day. At any time. That's freaking amazing. So cold calling, really? Postcards? Nope. You got this thing called email. Oh, and the best part is cost. So for me to mail 750,000 people a month, I don't know, it's probably about $2,000 a month in cost, and I can email them as much as I want. Okay, and by the way, it goes up. So like if your initial email list is only like 500 people, then your cost is like $10, $20 a month. It's dirt cheap. You know what this would cost? I want to do a prime example. I just want to show you something fun, okay? So let's say I had 750,000 people. I'll tell you what. Let's round it down for easy math. 500,000 people. I want to message them once a day, 30 days. All right? 500,000 times 30 is 500,000 a day times 30 is 15 million phone calls a month. I don't even know how the heck that's possible. But you know what? Most call centers will charge you at least a minimum $1 per call. Dude, please don't even make me do the math. It's ridiculous, okay? Not to mention how much more warm this audience is to me and to them and to everybody and how much more responsive it is. All right. Now, there are essentially 3 main types of emails that you'll find yourself ever writing. There's a story method email. There is a content email. Or there is what I call basically a pitch email. Now, there is one of my favorites, which I call like the 4th bonus one, and that's a hybrid email. So that's where you can either take story, combine it with pitch, and you get a hybrid email, or you could take content, combine it with pitch, and you get a hybrid email. All right, and those are actually some of the most impactful and effective ones that I use out there. Love them to death, and I use them all the time. Now, if you really want to master how to do powerful emails, I'll tell you right now, even if you're not doing emails for yourself. So let's say you're writing emails for yourself. Obviously, it goes without saying, excuse me, the amount of money that you can make. But do you know right now, one of my friends who is a copywriter charges $3,000 a month per client to essentially do 5 emails a week for them. I'm not even joking. I wish I was making this up. So in an entire month, he writes 20 emails. It takes him practically 5 to 10 minutes to write per email. So let's just say it takes him 10 minutes. So that's what, 200 minutes of his time that he's spending writing emails. That's 200 is what? 180, 60, 120. That's about 3.25 hours. Please do the math. He's making $3,000 a month. He has right now currently signed on 15 clients. 15 clients. And so his total monthly monthly work time is less than most people work in a week. And the guy's making 40, 50 grand a month. So I just want you to understand the power of being able to write great emails, okay? This is why you got to get certified, and this is why I'm saying you got to get it started, all right? This is why I'm saying you got to get it started. All right, now, let's just talk about the last piece, the last part of email here that I want you to remember. That is not what I meant to do. All right. The last part of email that I want you to remember is what really is the purpose, right? So as a copywriter, as someone who's learning how to write powerful messages that get response from people, you got to know the exact purpose of each element of your copy. And in this case, an email marketer has essentially only 3 jobs to fulfill. And it's really actually only 2, because the third one, if you do the first 2 well, the third one takes care of itself. And nothing more. A lot of people try to sell through email, and that is wrong. That's why they fail. So job number 1, okay, is to create excitement. Yes, marketing is still about excitement, and so many people forget that. Job number 2 is to edify. Let the freaking person know what to do on the next step. Do you know how many times I get an email and they don't actually tell me what I'm supposed to do on the next step? So you got to edify it. And then the third step here is to get the click. That's why I said if you could do these 2, you will essentially get the click. The third step, meaning get the click, that means don't write ridiculously long emails. You don't have to write essays. The job of the landing page is what is to sell, not the email. Just get the traffic over to the landing page. Edify them enough. Edify them enough. All right? All right, let's move right along to written sales letters. Written sales letters. Look, these used to be direct mail, right? We used to get them all the time. They're very effective. Companies have made billions and billions of dollars by printing physical sales letters and sending them out to people, right? And in today's day and age, no. They are literally a website, okay, with a big headline at the top. Sometimes they even have videos nowadays. That's what I call a hybrid sales letter. And it's just got text, bullet, text, beautiful imagery. You could even have, some of them even have like little sound files playing. So you got all this interactive elements to this written sales page. You have tons and tons of interactive elements, and they're best used to sell products between $1 and $40. Here's why. With a written sales letter, you have, as a marketer, the least control. And I'm going to tell you exactly why I'm spelling this way. Because the minute somebody comes to your page, bam, they can scroll. They control what part where. You can't control their journey through your sales message. So because of that, it's an impulsive decision. If the product that they scroll to at the end is $9.97, you haven't had a chance to really build the value yet. They're going to pre-assume that it's not the right, it's expensive, but you didn't have the ability to really build up the value yet. So between $1 and $40, I find that they're good for you to be able to sell impulsively. So if my product is between $1 and $40, I'm going to basically sell using a written sales letter. I have 5 steps that we're going to get into in the upcoming video. 5 steps that, again, if you get certified by us, we make you a master of it. So 5-step formula that we follow literally from top to bottom. It's as simple as that. We move next into the video sales letter. Okay, so a video sales letter is literally a page that looks like this. Okay, here's the page, and there might be a headline. All right, so there might be a headline up here, and then there is a big video. And that's it. And this video autoplays when someone loads the page, okay? What was this? This used to be like an infomercial. Come on, you gotta know that. You gotta remember that. It used to be like an infomercial, right? You watch at night, but the problem with infomercials was, one, super, super expensive. Two, geographically located. Three, timing was off. It was at night. Four, it was really a limited market, right? You couldn't get everybody. You could only get the markets that were selling. And then you go to a VSL. There, literally, you can host it off of YouTube, so it's free to play it. It's on demand. It's dirt cheap to create. You can literally use a laptop to create it, so it's super cheap and super effective. You can be worldwide in an instant. Anybody in the world can be buying your product. And you have infinity market. I mean, literally, you can get this in front of anybody. It doesn't matter if they're watching TV or flipping channels at night. This is why I love infomercials. This is why I love video sales letters. And they've made me a lot of money. There's three kinds, but before I get to that, the best price point is if you're going to be in that $30 to, $100. They work effectively. Between $100 and $300, they can also work effectively. But it just depends on how warm the audience is to you. All right. So the warmer the audience is to you, the higher the price point can go. Number one kind of video sales letter that you'll see a lot of is called story. The third one is called content. The second one I meant. And the third one is called documentary. Nobody out there is really teaching this. All of them use the same 5 steps, but very differently. All right, so with each one, the 5-step formula is adapted to fit what the purpose of that is. So really, inside Copywriting Academy, we go into the detail of each of these and show you intricately what percentage of your time should you be focusing on what section. And I'll tell you right now that most beginner copywriters should start right here. This is usually the easier one. Then you should move on to content. And documentary, as effective as they are, they're tough to create and they can be expensive. So they're usually the last ones that I want our students to go to. All right. Last but not least, my personal favorite. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because my assumption here is that a lot of people watching aren't in position to do webinars. But I will tell you this. Inside of the Copywriting Academy, especially when you go to get certified, do we make you an expert in delivering webinars? So first of all, what did this used to be like? Well, webinar selling basically used to be either of two things. Either it was like when you sell at seminars, right, where there's people in front of the stage and they're positioning an offer, but they've paid a lot of money to get those people on that stage. Or even a better example, kitchen table. How many times did you grow up and saw your parents had a salesman at the kitchen table positioning something and selling? Now, just imagine the limitations, okay? First of all, imagine how expensive it was to do this. You have major geographical location issues. It has to be within driving distance to be able to make it work. You've got the issue of one person at a time. I mean, and then you bring in a webinar, and you can put 1,000 people plus into one place at one time, give them that feeling, and this is literally dirt cheap, right? And it's worldwide, so everyone all around the world can be on. As a matter of fact, Lurn's customer base, 53% plus, are now international, and you can give them that feel, and you're literally just sitting in your own home or your own office. You don't have to travel anywhere. You don't have to spend a lot of money. For me, it cost me, I think GoToWebinar, GoToWebinar is $500 a month. And it gives you unlimited events. There's even less expensive options out there like EverWebinar and Webinar Jam that are even less costly. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're $500 a year. $500 a year. All right, now, webinars should not be wasted. These are best used for products above $300. In my personal business, honestly, the product has to be $500 or more for me to consider using them. But I have seen some people very effectively use the webinars for $300 or more. Look, the bottom line is this. The reason this works for higher ticket is, one, they're longer. So you get to cover a topic more. Two, you have that live element. You have a committed audience, all right, who's watching you. You control the journey. They can't skip forward. So the control for the journey is yours. All right. Next, connection. Look, because you have them for a longer time, because even though you might not be in their room with them, you are still kind of connected. You're still virtually in the same room. So you're able to build a bigger connection. You're able to really build that relationship. Last but not least, guys, you can interact with them. There's that word again. Interaction. Right? Because you can do Q&A, you can read their comments, you can tell them, hey, leave a comment below if you agree, type yes, type 1, type 3, and you can keep them engaged into your conversation. Pretty powerful stuff, I'll tell you. In my business, 90% of my income has come thanks to webinars. All right, and we're talking to the tunes of tens and tens of millions of dollars a year that are now being generated across all the companies that I own thanks to webinars. And here's a little secret I'm going to give you if you're watching this right now. Are you ready? There is a massive shortage, huge shortage of people that can deliver powerful webinars and scripts. Copywriters who know how to do webinars are in high demand. As a matter of fact, I myself just paid someone. You ready for this? I just paid someone personally $10,000. All right, I have charged hundreds of thousands of dollars to make webinars for people. And I'll tell you right now, you master this formula, you get certified, you could be out there selling yourself as a webinar developer very quickly. And it's so easy. It's actually easier, in my opinion, to do than a video sales letter or a written sales page. My personal opinion, because webinars, you only have to write kind of bullet points. Very straightforward, very simple. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the 4 styles of copywriting. Now I'm going to get myself back on screen. Let's close up this video. Let's keep moving through this boot camp. So proud of you guys. All right, let me just come right back on screen. All right, so there you have it. Emails, written sales letters, video sales letters, and webinars. If you learn to master all 4 of these, I'm telling you, the power is amazing. The potential is just absolutely amazing. All right, so feel free to watch this video again. Feel free to take notes, go through it. Listen, this is powerful stuff. And I'll tell you right now, no one's out there teaching all of this, which is why I felt the need to build Copywriting Academy, to build this bootcamp for you. And we have so much more wealth of knowledge. I mean, we can break these things down into tiny steps, which is what I do inside the Copywriting Academy. Into tiny steps. Literally, we build flow charts. We build exact thought patterns that you can run through. It's basically as close to a template that you can use in almost any niche, whether it's for yourself or for your clients. It just doesn't matter. That's thanks to the fact that we're in a day and age of interactive marketing, okay? These 4 styles of copy, even if you can just do one of them, can make you multi-millions of dollars. I mean it, all right? So keep pushing forward. I'm super proud of you for getting this far in the Copywriting Bootcamp. I know I'm going to see you inside the Copywriting Academy very soon too, right? You got to get in there. All right, but for now, let's keep pushing past. Let's keep moving. Let's get to the next video. And remember, when life pushes you, stand straight, smile, and push it the heck back. On behalf of everyone here at Lurn Nation, I got to tell you, we are super proud of you. Let's move on into the next presentation. You're going to love this one. All right, talk to you in a minute.